Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a book review video. It's just 2 books, just because I only had enough time. These books were really long, and I want to get started on the Christmas books for my next book review video. So this book, the first book, these 2 books are kind of more like Halloweenish type of books, and I didn't have enough time to put the one into the last book review video I did, and the other book is I've had it for 2 years and I haven't had a chance to read it yet, and I really wanted to read it. So this book is called The Complete Book of Ghosts, a fascinating exploration of the spirit world from apparitions to haunted places. It's by Roland. This is what it looks like. It's a big book. It's separated into, I think it was 8 chapters. Yeah, 8 chapters. And I liked this book. There was a lot of pictures in this book to show you where each place was that they went to, or like rumors about this place that was haunted. Each chapter was divided up into different things. Like the first chapter talked about how we got into the spiritualism world, and then the next chapters like divided up the different types of ghosts, kind of. And it was a really good book. The last chapter, though, I didn't really skim. I skimmed through it because it was about what it took for you to be like a ghost hunter, and it told you like how to get into like a state of mind, like a meditative state to communicate with ghosts, what type of stuff you need if you go ghost hunting, that type of thing. And for me, I feel like I'm the type of person that I would love to do like a haunted ghost place, but not as like a ghost hunter, more of like to spectate it kind of thing, because I'm not a professional ghost hunter by like any means. And I think it's more of the fact that I believe in ghosts kind of, but I've never seen a ghost or experienced some type of like ghost energy, that type of thing. So yeah, that book was from the thrift store, and I forget how much it was, but it was a good book. I really liked it. The chapters weren't that bad. There was a couple things in the book that were like just kind of weird, like how to get yourself into a certain place that you could see ghosts in, or like a meditative state, something like that. It was just really weird. So the next book I have is a Stephen King book. It's 2 years old. I never got a chance to read it just because I worked and I didn't want to lug this heavy book in my backpack. It was 557, 59 pages. I was going to say chapters. And the one thing I like about Stephen King's books is the later versions, not the earlier versions. They're in parts instead of chapters, and each part is numbered, so that way when he goes to a different perspective or a different person's point of view, he changes it. So he puts like a 1 to however many like little like mini chapters things. I don't know what they're called, but every time like he either goes back to the character or does a different character's point of view, he always breaks it up like that, which I feel like is better than like some books where you might be reading a book and there's like a little break, and if you forget that it's shifting to another person's point of view, you might get confused. So this is called The Institute. It's by Stephen King. This is what it looks like. And The Institute is this place where all these kids are. And this one kid gets kidnapped to this institute. His name is Luke. And he meets a couple friends in this place. And basically it's a place for people that have telepathy or telekinesis. Telepathy is reading minds, and telekinesis is like moving things around. And he's trying to figure out what happens is there's 2 different places in this institute to be. The first one is where they give you these experiments, and the second place is a worse place than the first part is. They call it front half and back half. The back half, nobody really knows what goes on, because once you get into back half, you don't come back to the front half. and it's a really good book. Now, it started out pretty. I read the synopsis of this book, like, on the book cover, the book sleeve, and I was like, okay. And then it started out not with the main character that the book was about, and I'm like, why are we talking about this guy that wasn't even mentioned in the summary of this book? And then later on, we finally realize, like, this is how these two characters are connected, that type of thing. And I really liked it. There was just some things in the book that I feel like you didn't really need to have in the book because it didn't really, like, make any sense, or not make any sense, but it didn't really, like, it didn't need to be there, basically. Like, sometimes in the book it got kind of boring when it basically, like, this kid's in this place and he's been here for however long, and it's basically like each little section is just like, okay, today I had to do these experiments and this is what happened and blah blah blah, and then oh, and then I had to go to bed, that type of thing. And it's basically like that for a little bit of the book. Like, it really wasn't, it was boring a little bit, and it was like, it wasn't hard to get through, but it was just like, it got kind of boring at times until, like, maybe halfway through the book, where Luke tries to find a way to escape this institute, and then his journey, whether he escaped or not, that's a good chunk of the story, which I really liked. So that was the end. Yeah. And the ending was kind of weird. It was a chunk of the book, and um why it's basically trying to explain why these kids were there, kind of type of thing. And it was, I mean, it was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. Like, this makes you want it to be like a series, like a TV series, or even a movie, because it was just that good. And you can, like, picture the characters in your mind when you're reading it. It was just really good. So that was my book review video for this month, I guess, because I don't know when I'm going to be uploading the next book review video. But the next book review video will probably be Christmas books. So I'll see you guys next time with another video, and hope you guys have a wonderful day.